So recently, out of nowhere, leaks started popping up saying that one of the best Sonic games ever, Sonic Generations, is getting a remaster, with information coming out left and right as of writing this. So today, I'm gonna be talking about why I believe Sega chose to remake or remaster Sonic Generations, instead of games people would have preferred, such as Heroes or Unleashed. Now I know people are thinking this is gonna be a Colors Ultimate type situation, or are angry because everyone wants to play Unleashed on modern platforms. However, I feel like instead of thinking about it that way, you should think about it from Sega's position. This year they're gonna have a big blockbuster sequel to a movie that made over $300 million, which is a lot of money, and they need a game to get as many people into the franchise when it releases. Even though I love games like Heroes and Unleashed, we have to be honest here and admit that casuals most likely wouldn't buy games like that. Meanwhile, Generations is shorter and represents a lot of Sonic history through the stages, or the optional collectibles, meaning this could be the gateway title to get a lot of people into the Sonic series, and afterwards when the brand is a lot stronger, then they could re-release games like Heroes or Unleashed. However, I do want to note that doing that would be difficult, as remastering both Unleashed and Heroes would come with a lot of problems. You see, both of these games have issues, with source code being lost in the case of Heroes, or the license for the physics engine being lost in the case of Unleashed, meaning that remastering both these games would lead to Sonic Team, or Sega having to rebuild these games from the ground up on a new engine, which would most likely be the Hedgehog engine 2, and even if they had the source code for Heroes, and the Havoc license for Unleashed, they still could not have the original level and character assets for those games, meaning they would have to recreate those assets again, which would take a ton of time. And when it comes to the Havoc license, Generations also used the Havoc physics engine. The difference with this game and Unleashed is that, as proven by Frontiers and Forces, is that they still have the original level assets from that game, with them reusing stuff from Sky Sanctuary, Green Hill, and more, meaning for Generations, all they would have to do to remake the game, would be to remake the core game, and then they could just port over level assets from Generations, probably making the job much easier. And even if they decided, yeah, let's remake Unleashed or even Heroes, the amount of effort they would have to put into remaking those games is pointless, when they could remake more popular games that casuals are more likely to buy, like SA1 or SA2. Now, can the more obscure Sonic games like Heroes, Unleashed, Rush and so on return? Well, that depends. Right now I think Sega is choosing to remaster games that seem like safe bets in terms of profits. This is probably why they chose to remaster Colors Ultimate back in 2021. The original game was well received and decently popular when it came out, so it seems like a safe bet when it comes to sales. So until the Sonic series gets to like Mario levels of brand strength, where people will buy literally anything that gets chat onto shelves, we're probably gonna keep seeing these safe bet, somewhat lame-ass remasters release. Now, do I think that we will see the fan-loved games like Unleashed return? Probably, since I'm 100% sure there's gonna be a year where Sega is gonna look back at their old catalog, and decide to re-release these games. Now, will it be good? Honestly, I got no clue, but hopefully we don't get Unleashed Ultimate, with bugs and glitches, and then we get reminded that 06 happened like we never forgot. But that's pretty much all I have to say right now. Hopefully the Generations remake or remaster is good and not shit. But knowing Sega, it's most likely pure garbage. Anyways, get hype and hopefully, I'll see you tomorrow at the State of Play. Bye.